Previously on All My Children.
Just put your hand on the Bible and tell me that you are not my mother.
The truth is, Adrian, you are my son.
I do not know where Ryan Lavery is at this very moment, and I will take a polygraph test to prove that.
Well, let me tell you what my lie detector tells me.
Tell them that you tried to convince me to come back, but you couldn't.
You go. I'm just gonna follow you, and I mean that.
We gotta hurry. Come on, let's go. Are you sure that Erica doesn't live here anymore?
Yeah, she moved out. She sold this place. I heard somebody at the ball, and they're selling this place.
So how come you still have the keys, and how come you still have the code?
Because I lived here for a little bit last year, and then when I moved back to Wildwind, I forgot to give her the key back. Lucky for us, I have terrible memory.
Look, I don't know about this. I think maybe we should still run while we got the chance.
No, Ryan, we can't. The police are everywhere. They're gonna be at the train stations and the bus stops and the airports. And besides, by now, Haley's a duck.
Well,
She's not a duck.
No, decoy, I think. Which is really gonna tick them off. Knowing Jackson, he's probably gonna call in the National Guard. You know what I don't get? I mean, Jackson's got cause here, right? It's his sister. But Edmund, I lived with the guy. He knows me. Can't he see that Jack's trying to set me up?
All he sees is a somewhat attractive but badly dressed girl that's, if you like blondes, who's in jeopardy, and he's trying to rescue her, be this big hero.
But I thought he was still in love with his dead wife.
He is. But it's been a long time, and he's lonely.
Okay, well, I'll see to these and make yourself comfortable.
I'm moving in. Just until Ryan's apprehended.
I think that's a good idea. You'll feel safer with more people around.
I hope so.
I want you to know if there's anything that I can do for you.
Oh, no, Raquel, you've been so nice. Thank you.
I feel for you, kid.
Hey, is Max all right?
Yeah, he's fine. Mateo and I just stayed up late talking.
Okay. Where's Haley? Have you seen her?
No, actually, Mateo was a little worried about her earlier. He got a phone call and raced out of here.
Derek said I should ask you what the charge is.
Speeding.
He locked you up for speeding.
Well, that and the word reckless crept in there, and then he was very offended because I was eluding him. You know, I said, hey, not that kind of girl.
Come here.
What for?
Come here.
Why?
Why not?
Well, for one, because I'm not fond of being ordered around.
Well, I'm not fond of my wife disappearing on me. Look, you leave without saying a word. What am I supposed to think?
Gee, I don't know, maybe that I was out dancing with my other husband.
No, that's not what I was thinking.
You were thinking I was drinking?
Were you?
Sorry about the onions. But you know, I like onions on my burgers. At least I thought you knew. Just like I thought you knew that I don't drink.
You are my son.
Check and mate.
But you just put a lid on it, Uncle Pop.
No, all these monks berated because of my little secret, a few paintings down in the cellar while she was doing this one.
Thank you to keep a civil tongue in your head,
Oh,
Palmer.
I bow to you, Opal, truly. Your capacity for duplicity, I cannot wait to tell Walter Hines.
You'll do no such thing.
And in my capacity as injured party, I insist on knowing just how this happy accident came about.
Palmer, that is enough. You've pushed me too far. One more word to Opal, and so help me God, I will not be responsible.
He has your nose, Opal.
That's it.
Adrian! No, Adrian! Stop it! Stop it!
Stop!
Yes, yeah. You better protect your brother. He can't afford a lawsuit.
Mr. Cortland, I need a few words with you. Please, sir, this is vital.
Opal, we'll take care of this. I'll keep him quiet, I promise.
Dixie, a little family needs its privacy.
And they will have it, I assure you.
I never meant for this to come out. Not like this, so cruel and humiliating. I love you both so much. I'm so proud of both of you. You're such good and decent men. I just hope you can find it somehow in your hearts to forgive me.
What happened, Mom?
Well, the first thing you gotta know, both of you, is that Frank Dawson was the love of my life. I guess it started when you were about 2 years old. Tad. Ray, he was my husband at the time, Adrian. Not a nice man, Tad'll tell you that. Well, he'd been drinking, nothing unusual about that. This was a particularly bad day. And Tad here, poor lamb, he spilled some juice on his daddy. The guy blew sky high. So I shoved him under the bed to protect him. And Ray took off after me. Caught up with me in the back hall. He beat me with his fists and started in with the chair. I broke a rib. My face wasn't fit to be seen. But then I guess God smiled because Ray passed out. I grabbed Tad and all the money I could get my hands on, threw a few clothes in a suitcase, and we headed out. I'll never forget it. Tad clamped onto these hands and feet, just holding on for dear life as I was running for all I was worth down that street. Showed all my money to the clerk at the train station, the bus station, I mean, and he said we had enough to get to West Eleanor, Alabama. Now, I don't have to tell you that it is hotter than Hades down there in the summertime. When we got off that bus, I was swimming. My clothes were sticking to me. You were all out in prickly heat. I didn't have the faintest idea where I was, what we were gonna do. But I just started walking down the street, my head held high. But then I tripped and dropped the suitcase and spilled open clothes everywhere. You were crying, and I just gave up. I sat right down on the street right where I was standing and gave up. and a hand reached out to me. The clean white handkerchief. I looked up and there he was. The nicest, kindest man I ever met. Frank Dawson. He took us to a cabin in the woods that he knew near where he lived. He was putting himself in danger. I mean, me being a white woman, this being Alabama and all, but Frank is an unusual man. That night, he'd take my rib and he cleaned my face, gave you a bath, fed you. He saved our lives. So, of course, it wasn't long till I was head over tea kettle. It was the same with him. I mean, we loved each other. I mean, of course, I was always scared that Ray might find us, but I was happy to. Till then, when I realized that I was pregnant. Oh, Adrian, I was so happy. You were my blessing. I was getting another chance. A brand new life.
Don't worry, my love, it's gonna be fine. I have a plan. We are going out on a goat.
Forgive me, my baby. There is nobody I would rather go out on a goat with. But your plans have not been exactly reliable lately.
Well, forgive me my English, but I have the plan, but Haley made it up.
Haley made it up?
Yeah, I know that if, I would make it up, it would be a disaster, so I asked her to help me.
Since when are you and Haley?
Since we both trust you and believe you. I even asked her to teach me to be more like her so you'd love me.
I love you just the way you are. You don't have to change a single thing.
Well, that's lucky, because she said I was hopeless.
You told me yourself, all right, that there's no cure for this. That it's one day at a time.
You have absolutely no faith in me.
Haley, drinking or sober, I have faith in
But you still thought I was drinking.
They told me you were driving over 100 miles an hour.
Mm-mm. You said yourself you were worried about me before they called you because I had disappeared. What did I expect you to think?
Look, you told me yourself that the past few weeks that you could slip.
But I didn't. What's going on?
Raquel told me that you accidentally took a sip of her drink.
Really?
Yeah, and she was worried. She felt responsible for putting you at risk.
So evidently someone told her that I'm an alcoholic.
Hey, look, I didn't break your anonymity.
Well, that's very comforting.
Haley, everyone at Wildwood knows your situation.
So the two of you what? Worried about me together?
Now look who doesn't have any faith. I told her I was sure that you weren't drinking.
But you weren't sure.
No, I wasn't. I was hoping that you were sober. I knew something was up and I got worried. Then Derek calls me. He says you're in trouble, that you need me.
He's right. I do need you.
Come here. Let's get out of here. Come on.
I can't. Night court's closed. They can't arraign me until the morning.
Well, can't Trevor wake the judge?
Nope.
Well, then I'll talk to Derek.
It's not going to do any good. Derek will just tell you it's up to me.
What are you talking about?
According to Derek, I'm in here because I want to be in here. And he's right.
Escape to Port Charles. Eve wants Kevin.
I can think of a million reasons why I like you.
Kevin still loves Lucy.
Lucy will always be a part of me.
Lucy wants Scott. But does she still love Kevin?
Both moved on.
A four-sided love affair on Port Charles. Your great escape. ABC Daytime.
Well, you just have to forgive me, Opal, because I just don't buy it. A white woman in the middle of a black community in rural Alabama.
Are you saying she's lying?
I'm saying it's an invitation to a lynching.
You're right, honey, you're right. But your daddy chose to take that risk. First, because he was a good man. He wasn't about to walk past a broken woman and her crying baby on the street. And second, because he loved us. Of course, it helped that he was who he was, a smart man, a strong man, respected by everybody in the community. Nobody was going to go up against Frank Dawson. Just like nobody would look to tangle with his son. Your Aunt Geneva, she knew. She'd stop by with food, fried okra, black-eyed peas.
And the birth?
It was at home. Your Aunt Geneva did for me. She was a midwife then, and you were my second. I knew what to expect. She took care of the rest. You were so handsome and strong. You picked your head up right away, hollering out. You didn't get what you wanted. I just loved you to pieces. I was pretty much healed by then, inside and out. And I figured, you know, it was over, that we'd escaped him. It'd been a year or more. So I wrote a note to my cousin, Tilly. I didn't tell her anything. I just said that we were okay. Gray must have got wind of it, tracked the postmark or something. A little baby. Just the sweetest little thing. You stay right there. I'm gonna make you cake. Tad, honey, come here. Come here, why don't you, huh? You come right over here, and you rock the baby, huh? Make him feel nice and cozy there while I bake a cake. Ray, oh my God, Ray.
You lying tramp.
Now, Ray, just calm down, Ray, please.
I'm calm enough for you. Nobody runs out on me. Least of all a lying, ugly tramp.
Please, Ray, I'm begging you.
Oh, you're going to be begging me all right when I get through with you. Ted!
Ted, no, Ray. If you touch Ted, help me.
Did you say?
I said, don't you touch my son. Ray.
I'm sorry. I did not hear you. Oh, now, that is much better. Ted? Oh, there you are. Come on, boy, come to Daddy. That's my boy. Come on, take my hand. Now, you run on out there to that car. You hear me? Come on, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Here we go. All right, I'll be right out there. Come on, woman. I'm taking you home where you belong. What in the Sam hell is that?
What's that? Well, you can imagine what a man like that would say about my child, my son.
What do you mean you're here because you want to be?
Derek thinks I'm a clean puff, that I'll never make it a night in the lockup, that I'll cave.
What's he after?
Who knows? Maybe he wants to run for mayor.
No, stop playing games with me. What's going on?
Why don't you stop acting like you don't know when you know perfectly well what you think you know?
That whole car chase. You helped Ryan and Jillian get away? Are you crazy?
Ding, 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 ding. Give the man a seagull.
I want an explanation.
What's to explain? They were gonna lock him up.
So you let him talk you into breaking the law?
He didn't have to talk me into anything. Mateo, he is completely freaked out.
Oh.
He didn't even want to come to this stinking party, which was probably a good idea. But, you know, I talked him into it. I said, go, hold your head up high. And now I feel responsible. Because if I didn't put him out in the public eye for Derek to snatch up, he wouldn't be in this mess. So I have to undo what I did.
This is your idea?
Mateo, he didn't do it. He is innocent. You and Edmund are wrong.
Ah, birds of a feather. Well, I'm a night owl myself. Here, would anyone care to join me?
Kit will be staying here at the house for the time being.
Ah, the more the merrier. Although we're not very merry now, are we?
I think we can leave this discussion for the time being.
Edmund, I am in total sympathy with your friend. It's horrible. It's devastating. Any woman would understand.
Thank you.
But you also must understand that I in no way think that Ryan is the culprit.
And why is that?
Excuse me, Mr. Gray, but Lieutenant...
Edmund is expecting me. Have you found him?
Not yet. But I will. As soon as the Duchess tells me where he is.
So, what's next?
We could go upstairs.
Ooh. I mean, with the plan. What's next with the plan?
Oh. Well, first we hide out here for a little bit, and then Haley will come with a big bundle of cash to the boathouse, and then she'll hide the money under the floor. And then we take the money and we go to New York and we get passports with funny names.
The phony names.
Right. And then we leave the country and we go to Hungary. And see, I'm still in Andrashi, so it'll be safe. And you'll be safe there. And Vadzal is just so beautiful.
All My Children will be back in a moment, here on ABC.
Is it safe?
Yeah, it was just a taxi. Turning around in the driveway. They're gone. It's fine. It's fine.
I was so sure they're gonna catch us.
With your plan, not a chance.
Healy's plan.
Well, we're home free, okay? It's gonna be fine. It is. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I don't know about you, but I am completely starving. Do you think Erica left anything in the kitchen for us mortals to have?
I could go check.
Why don't you? That would be great.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look around the house.
Aruba. Some island. Wasn't that where they were going? They'd won some sort of a prize.
Eugenia, if you know where they are.
I cannot say that I am unhappy that they've gone, but I truly do not know where they are.
Well, now that makes me very unhappy. Because I like you, Duchess. I really do. You've got style.
Thank you, Captain.
And thank you for the promotion, but it's still Lieutenant. Now, Duchess, I got me a problem because either you come clean or I'm gonna have to throw you in jail.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah, you don't think that's really necessary, do you?
Oh, my dear, you've come back to make good on your threat. Marvelous. An American jail. Isn't that marvelous? What do you call American jail? A pookie.
No, that's pokey.
Derek, there has to be another way.
Look, I can call Jack.
Jack sent me here. He said that either the Duchess tells everything she knows or she goes to jail.
You're proud of yourself? You helped an accused rapist escape? Are you crazy?
Ryan! Mateo, Ryan. The man you trusted so much, you sent him to rescue me on the beach.
He wasn't accused of rape then, all right? And you didn't want me to follow you.
No, I didn't. Because you had to drag Raquel with you everywhere you went. You didn't have 2 seconds for me. The day I found out that we couldn't have children, Ryan was there for me on the beach, not you, Ryan. So I'm not going to turn my back on him now just because they're attaching an ugly word to him. Mateo, I know him. He couldn't hurt a woman if he held a gun to his head.
You're putting a gun to my head, Haley.
This has nothing to do with you.
What? You're my wife.
No, actually, I'm not. And the rate things are going right now, I don't know when that's ever going to change.
Why do you have to talk like that?
Because it's true. Because I have to say what I feel. Because if I don't, then I really do have a problem.
You couldn't come to me? Huh? You couldn't talk to me?
Well, maybe I would have, if I saw the opportunity to cut in. But Raquel was so busy monopolizing you, tripping the light fantastic.
We were just showing my...
I don't care who and what and how long and why.
Wait a minute. You're mad at me, so that's why you helped Ryan?
Oh, no. I helped Ryan because he is my friend, because I help my friends when they're in trouble, because I make my own decisions. You knew this when we got married.
This is serious, Haley. You broke the law.
Jackson's law? Jackson, who is so obsessed with this new baby sister of his that he will throw anyone in prison just so he has someone to blame.
That's why they have juries.
They're gonna railroad him.
You don't know that! I'm sorry.
What is going on, Mateo? Look, Derek is just throwing his weight around because he thinks I know something. They can't charge me with anything. I didn't hit any trees, and I am fine. So why are you so upset?
You did all this for Ryan. A friend. What about me? What about our family?
What family?
Haley, I could lose custody of Max. I could lose my son.
I knew that if Ray found out that you were my son, he'd have killed you and your daddy. Heck, he'd have gone down to the nearest bar, rented up a mob. They'd have burned the whole town. It's a neighbor's, the neighbor woman's, she's working today, and so she asked
No wife of mine
watch.
babysits for coloreds.
I'm sorry, Ray, I'm sorry.
Get your things.
Dear Frank.
Let's speed it up in there.
Oh, baby. Your daddy will be back. He'll be back in an hour. And I will come back to you just as soon as I can. Oh, I can't.
Oh!
I can't.
What's that?
I can't leave. I have to get him to his people.
They won't until you find it. Come on, woman, get on out of here. Go on!
That was that.
This has nothing to do with Max. He was not in the car with me.
Family court looks at everything. So if you know something, you gotta tell Derek.
Listen,
I can't afford to have you
the
charged.
last thing I want to do is jeopardize your chances at custody.
Well, then let's go talk to Derek.
No. I can't betray a friend.
You don't understand.
I do understand. I realize that if I spend the night in jail, it'll make me look bad, which could make you look bad.
It'll make us look bad. Haley, they're looking at both of us.
Well, then we'll just have to explain it to them. If it even comes to that.
You're willing to take that risk?
Mateo, you're his father. They can't take him away from you.
You don't know that.
Ryan is counting on me.
And I'm not.
Mateo, if they bring him in here, They're never gonna let him go.
Where is he?
I don't know.
You're gonna have to tell him where he is. You know?
I can't. I won't do that. That's not who I am. You used to understand that about me. And this whole thing could have been over months ago if you had just let Uncle Trevor bamboozle her into signing those divorce papers. But you didn't. You stopped her. Because that's not who you are. And I didn't like it. But I accepted it.
I don't like this.
I know.
So that's it. Just gonna stay here?
For as long as it takes.
These good?
These are wonderful.
What do we got here?
What was that?
They're on timers. It's just they're on timers. It's okay. It's okay. To you, to my wife, Jillian, to our future, wherever it may lead us. You know, nobody's ever risked everything for me the way you have.
Nobody's ever loved you the way I do.
Come here.
I'm worried about you. All this stress isn't good for your heart.
I appreciate your concern. I really do. I know Uncle Palmer has got you looking after me, all right? But it's really not necessary.
You think I'm here because of your uncle?
I know you are. Look, I know how it works, trust me, but I'm not your responsibility.
Well, I thought we were friends.
We are. We are friends, all right? That's why I can be so candid with you. Now, please, go to bed. I'm fine.
Dixie, finding you on the floor of my apartment, that's not something that's easy to forget. And when I see you making these ridiculous risks, well, you know that Chinese saying about how when you save a life, you're responsible for it? Well, I always thought that was pretty extreme, but having been through it, well, let's just say I don't want to find you in a heap on the Oriental.
I release you from your karma. Okay? Please, go to bed.
You are so stubborn.
Yeah, well, I've heard that before.
And sweet. And kind. You know, you are the nicest person I've ever met. And by far the most beautiful.
Braden, if you're my friend, like you say you are, will you do something for me?
Yeah, anything.
Will you leave me alone for a little while? Please, I need to be by myself. You understand?
Yeah.
And you could use the rest anyway. I mean, Uncle Palmer is going to be in rare form tomorrow.
Sure.
Right? Okay. Good night.
I just hope that somehow you can understand and that both of you can forgive me. Because I love you both so, so very much. I'm so sorry, honey.
Me too. You gonna be okay?
Can you forgive me?
Good night, Mom.
Oh, Frank. I'm so sorry.
National Intruder, let me speak to your editor. You tell her I have a very interesting story, a front-page story, concerning the wife of an international business tycoon. Palmer Cortland, and his wife's name is Opal.
TV Guide says the acting company of One Life to Live is now the best in daytime.
Absolutely.
Robert S. Woods is TV Guide's pick for Best Actor.
Nice work.
Best Supporting Actor, Tim Gibbs.
Thank you.
And Katherine Hickland is mesmerizing as Best Supporting Actress.
I'm impressed.
Escape to the best One Life to Live, ABC Daytime.
Adrian, what's wrong?
Edmund, I've done nothing but tear your family apart. First Jillian and now her grandmother.
It's not your fault.
I can't stand everyone getting hurt.
Eugenia's gonna be fine. And Jillian will survive. And as for you, I am very glad that you are here. So, you think you can find your way to your room?
Oh, I think I'll find it.
Okay.
Thank you, Edmund.
You're welcome.
Good night.
Did you find Haley?
Are you serious?
As a matter of fact, I am, Haley. I hope you're comfortable, Duchess.
What is
Yeah.
going on? They can't find them.
Are you sure it's them? A man and a woman in fancy dress? Well, yeah, move in. I'll be right there. And look, Jerry, do not tip them off. They already gave us the slip once tonight.
That's formal dress, Captain.
It's Lieutenant! Whatever. Looks like we found them.
Don't despair. I mean, they haven't got them yet. But I know my granddaughter. She's a mass of nerves. If they even breathe in her direction, she'll know.
Yeah, plus Ryan's on guard, too. They'll be okay. They'll make it. They just have to keep a lookout.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next All My Children.
On the next All My Children.
You've been holding out on me. How could you do that to me?
I know why your mother kept the truth from you. I've done the same thing.
Haley, are you afraid you made a mistake helping Ryan and Jillian?